Welcome in. Here we are once more.
Are we on? Are we on? Are we live?
We are live.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
what's
look.
up, guys?
What's
How you
up?
doing? How you
I'm
doing?
I'm 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 looking for us on the notifications feed.
Is they not happen?
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we
Should
go.
be a
I see
little
it.
bit of a delay.
Yeah.
Ibili abala abra Balenciaga. All right.
Balenciaga.
Hello, guys. Welcome in. We're here to talk with you guys about another film. Hope you all have seen it, but if not, first and foremost, this guy's name is Austin. This guy's name is Josiah.
I don't know. I don't know. He's somewhere. Am I below you? Above you? I,
You are up here. You are right there.
did I point
Mm-hmm.
down to you?
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Right.
This is the 15th or whatever of the Brady Bunch situation here. How you doing up there? Hey, how you doing?
Hey. All
All
right.
right.
So yeah, as he said, my name is Austin.
My name is Josiah.
We are the Super Cinema.
Cinema
Cinema.
Brothers.
Bros. I almost said scroll. Bro. What's up?
What is up, guys? Hey, back again. Let me know if I'm too loud. I'm trying to keep an eye on my audio there. Might be spiking here and there. If it's too high, tell me to shut up, and we'll get it worked on. All right. So here again, another movie, another week. We're talking about, you know it, No Other Choice.
That's what we have on the docket
Mm,
tonight.
mm.
All
Movie
right.
by, I believe, Park Chan Wook.
Park
Do
Chan Wook.
apologize if I've not said it 100% correctly. I'm
That's
not.
close enough.
Yes, I've. I'm a soul brother, but not a soul brother. You know
Yeah.
what I
It's
mean.
it's it's cool, bro. I check. Koreans don't watch our podcast. It's good.
Oh God, I got it. Good, good. All right, awesome, cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. We appreciate you guys if you come on by.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a soda pop. Anyways,
Oh,
uh,
no, no. No, thank you.
uh huh. Okay.
All right.
So this is man. Park Chan Wook's been doing the hits, some good movies for a while.
What are some of his movies that people might be familiar with?
I cannot list very many. I've probably seen one or two, to be honest, but a big one is from like 30 years ago now. Well, maybe like 20, 25, 26 years ago. Old Boy, the original Old Boy that everybody and your friends told you 20 years ago, brother, this is the game changing story right here. Like, destroyed by this story. Absolutely
Yeah, that's the
destroyed.
Korean movie with like the side scrolling one guy with an axe or like he has
Mm
like
hmm.
a
Mm hmm.
crowbar or a bat or something,
Mm
and he's
hmm.
fighting against like five different dudes.
Yeah.
And the way it's shot is like really iconic.
The OG hallway fight scene that
Oh boy.
everyone. Oh, shoot. Uh oh. I
Okay,
accidentally pulled this
okay.
up on something else. Sorry, guys. Hang on in here. I'm going to bring it back.
Bum, ba-na-da-na, ba-ba, ba-na-na-na. All right.
Stand behind the curtain. It's terrible. It's terrible here. All right. We're back. I accidentally clicked on Discord on my iPad here. Well, no, not
Yeah, so
accidentally. I intentionally did it, but I went to the video by accident.
yeah. So yeah. Old Boy is kind of a classic of like would it be considered Korean art house? I don't know.
Probably.
Like however you would categorize Tarantino in America, like is he
Mm,
American art house? I don't know.
mm, mm,
Um, he's like the Korean equivalent of that. Not in exactly like
mm.
the 1-3-2 structure of a story, not in that way, but like he kind of holds the same space in Korean cinema that Tarantino does, like broadly in the same category.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Both started off as young filmmakers that were wanting to tell gruesome stories with some very creative choices in just about
yeah,
every category.
right. And before we continue, I cannot stress enough to watch Park Chan Wook's Old Boy, and whatever you do, please do not watch Spike Lee's abominable remake, American remake,
Do
Old
not,
Boy.
do not, do not, do
It's
not.
awful. It's
As much
really,
as we
really
like Spike Lee and Josh Brolin and some of the people in that movie.
Brie Olson. I think Brie Olson's in, not Brie Olson. Uh,
Oh, Elizabeth Olsen. I
Elizabeth
think.
Olsen.
Yeah, yeah, I think she was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was in that movie too.
Oh
I mean, it had
man,
like a
yeah.
star-studded cast in some regards, but like the movie itself is just it does not translate outside of South Korea. You need to watch it the way it was meant to be
Mm,
watched.
mm,
So yeah, we'll
mm-hmm.
just leave that at that.
Yeah, and you don't really
Yeah,
want to watch that as your first experience of it. I mean, one, don't watch it at all. But if you're gonna watch both of them, watch the Korean one first.
yeah,
Because yeah, it does take things from the story. So you kind of don't want to experience that with the Spike Lee version first.
right. So, and if you have seen Park Chan Wook's Old Boy, then it's a pretty good analog to the kind of movie that this is.
Mm-hmm.
Tonally,
Yeah.
and we'll get into that a little bit. But let me go ahead and give you guys the executive summary of the movie. I'll read it, and then we'll kind of we'll do what we do. We'll get into it.
Oh shoot, this was prepared by our executive. Shoot, well, that's
Ye-
probably true. All
I
right,
see
man.
4 people in the live chat. Although you guys have not began chatting yet, we're thankful that you guys are here.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
All right, let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let me get in my reading pose.
Hmm.
All right. No Other Choice follows Mansu, award-winning veteran employee at Solar Paper who enjoys a comfortable life with his wife, Midi, teenage stepson, Stiwon, and young daughter Sion and Rion, an antisocial cello prodigy, and their 2 dogs in this cherished childhood home. In his Mansu's cherished childhood home. When an American buyout leads to mass layoffs, including his own, Mansu confidently vows to find new papermaking work within 3 months. However, over a year later, he remains unemployed and working low paying retail jobs while his family struggles with mounting financial pressure, cutting expenses, facing the loss of their home to foreclosure, and watching opportunities slip away. As Midi takes work at a dental office and the mortgage deadline looms, Mansu becomes increasingly desperate when he discovers the fierce competition for a coveted position at Moon Paper, particularly from candidates whose credentials surpass his own. The film explores psychological the psychological unraveling of a man driven to extremes by economic desperation and the fear of losing everything he's worked to build. As Mansu's situation becomes more dire, his attempts to secure employment through legitimate means repeatedly fail. The story examines how far someone will go to protect their family's security and social standing, and at what cost to their humanity. The narrative delves into themes of capitalism's toll, human toll, the fragility of middle class stability. Ooh, see what they did there? The fragility of middle class stability. Knees weak, arms are sweaty. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti. And the moral compromises people make when they feel they have no other choice. Through Mansu's, through his actions, The film asks uncomfortable questions about class anxiety, masculine identity tied to employment, and whether the pursuit of financial security can justify taking certain actions. All right. I did a little self editing on that because we are still in spoiler free territory.
That's right.
All right. So, as we always do, we're going to start by talking
Speed
about the film
run.
speed run. Josiah, go ahead. Give us your speed run. And I'll see how if I can do a quick speed run on this movie. At a glance, what were your initial takeaways from the movie?
All right, let's get on into it. So, no other choice. Park Chan Wook, newest film. Guys, this movie was terrible. No, this movie was cinema. I love this movie. I hate this movie at the same time. 100% worth watching in theaters. Uh, brother, if you want to go and see something that is technically beautiful, well acted, entertaining just about every turn, a little bit predictable, but not completely predictable, it's definitely worth going out and checking out. It's pretty much a dark comedy. It's not exactly. I don't think it's exactly labeled that. There is a possibility it is labeled that, but I came out of it thinking of a dark comedy, and I think that's the way that it best is viewed. And if you go into it thinking about that from the beginning, you may wind up enjoying the film. At least I enjoyed the film more than I did if I was just thinking of it as straight up drama. It is commentary on things that are very near and dear to most of us at the moment, to be honest. But I won't spoil all that information. You can come check out the spoiler section if you want to. Incredible, very well made. There's very little I have to say about this film. It's a recommendation, honestly. Yeah. That said, if you don't like darker things, if you're not down for things to pretty much spiral out of control and never recover, not the film for you. That said, if you are willing to go on an adventure that is as funny as it is depressing, check it out. All right, that's what it is for me.
All right.
How
All
about you, man?
right. Have you ever seen a movie? I think it's John Favreau and a couple other people. I think it's called Very Bad Things. Are you familiar with this movie?
Very bad. What?
Very Bad Things. I think it's
I haven't.
Cameron Diaz. It was kind of like a dark comedy in the late 90s. It's like, a bunch of guys go to a bachelor party and things go really, really bad, and then things just get
Mm,
progressively worse.
mm,
And it just, it's just like it's just miserable. It just, it just progressively gets more and more miserable.
yeah.
All right, this movie is similar to like one of those movies.
Mm,
For me, it's like, yeah, I would describe it broadly speaking as a dark comedy that's more on the darkness side than comedy.
mm.
And I guess that kind of depends on your sense of humor, but like, man, for me, it was a tough watch. And I kind of resonate with what you're saying that you love it and you hate it at the same time.
Mhm.
Like visually, in terms of cinematography, in terms of editing, the technical aspects of filmmaking, it's done
Mhm.
very, very well. Very, very well. It's engaging. You're engrossed in what's going on. The acting is quite good. Um, these are seasoned Korean actors and actresses. Like the main couple, they do a really, really good job. But man, this is a tough movie. Like if you have any kind of like moral compunction and yeah, it's like normally in a movie, you're kind of rooting for somebody. And you kind of start off rooting for somebody and you think the movie's going in a certain way that's going to keep things kind of lighthearted and like kind of like misadventure. You kind of feel like it's going to go in that way, so like you could still justify rooting for the protagonist, the main character. I put that in gigantic air quotes, and we'll get into that later.
Hmm.
But as the film progresses, you're just like, oh, this is tough. Things are happening, and it's just getting worse and worse,
Hmm.
and this doesn't sit well with me at all. But it's so well executed.
Hmm.
Um, and so, yeah, it's a tough watch. Uh, and again, this is a good analog to Old Boy, which is the same thing. This movie doesn't have the same level of surprises in store that Old Boy does.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm not gonna spoil that movie. Go see it. But you're like, oh, once you find out certain things, you're like, oh, this is dark. This is bad. There is no happy ending for anybody. There's no good options. This 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 is this is brokenness playing out in real time. Oh, this is bad. Oh, I don't feel good about any of this. Oh no. Uh, this movie isn't quite as bad as that. Um, just because the nature of what Old Boy's about and the content and the subject matter. Once you see it for once you get to the end of the movie, you're like, oh no, that's not a happy ending.
Nope.
Even
Nope.
it's
Nope.
kind of
Nope.
played as a happy ending. It's like, no, that's not a happy ending at all. This is horrifying.
Hmm.
And this movie kind of left me with the same feeling. I didn't think about it, the analog to Old Boy at the time when I was watching it, but I was just watching it and I'm like, oh, all right. All
Yep.
right.
Yep. Yep.
So this is a tough movie to recommend unless you're a big what do you like? A foodie is someone that's really into food. If you're a film buff,
Hmm.
like in one sense, do I want movies like this to continue being made? I don't know. It's in one sense, yes, because it's very well done. The execution of the thing is fantastic. But man, it's like, ooh. And I wanted it starts off and you're like, okay, there's some funny moments. There's some haha funny moments. But then it's just like, uh, I can't, this doesn't sit well with my spirit. Oh, I was hoping there was going to be like a funnier angle to this, but no, it's just dark. So yeah, it's a tough watch. It's a beautiful but tough watch. So I kind of end up agreeing with you. I think we probably agree on and we're gonna get into it. We're like, yeah, that was tough. Um, but it's so well executed. It's really, really well executed. So, all right. So that's my drive-by review of this movie.
The speed run.
The speed run. That's what I meant. Drive-by. You know. All right.
Mhm.
So, is there anything you
There
want
we
to say
go.
before we
There
get
we
into
go.
spoilers?
Uh, Man, no, I don't think there's very much more I need to say. Before we get into
Okay.
spoilers, yeah, I feel like
So then let's do it.
I might say one too many things at this point.
All right.
Excuse me.
So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not yet watched No Other Choice, we encourage you to pause this live stream,
Yeah.
go see it, come back and
Uh
join
huh.
us, whether you're in the live chat or whether you're in the comment section afterwards. We'd love to hear your thoughts and what you
We will.
liked and didn't like about the film. From this point on, it is spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Have been warned. From this point on, we will be discussing spoilers for No Other Choice.
Get
All right.
yourself up out of here.
All right.
All right.
And bam. All right. Spoilers. All right.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, let's
This
just let,
film.
let, let, let's just get what we
Let's
like
crack
about
it
it out of the
open.
way.
Crack it open. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, let's just talk
first
about
I'll
what we
say
like.
before specific things I like about it. Yeah, yeah. I guess what I could have added in there was very much. I mean, it's very much cautionary tale. Very much a cautionary tale. I feel as if the director started off with, "There's this very clear message I want to send about AI and the way our world is going. In particular, I know where it ends. let me take the characters on a journey to get to that specific ending, whether it's happy or not. Um, yeah. So, anyways, yes, what I liked about this film. Yeah, man. Look, I mean, overall, like most aspects of the film I like outside of exactly what you're touching on, like main characters, choices, and the series of events that leads them down. But that's not necessarily even like specifically bad. It's yeah, we'll get into that once we get to that. Sorry, but yeah, I mean like performances
We
were
are in
all
spoiler
stellar.
territory, so you
Yeah,
can say.
we are. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, performances were all awesome. This moment in particular was a very, very like funny, but then also tense and awkward moment where yeah he picks up the pot and he's about to murder somebody. You know, I should have I should have thought about that, like that being the reason why he was doing this in the poster. And I think on some level I may have like known that there was like potentially some violence. I didn't jump straight to like, oh, he's about to straight up try and murder somebody with this pot. Now he doesn't actually do it at that moment, but man, he does the director and the writing do a good job of boy. They starts off really happy and rosy, like over the top happy rosy, and it's almost too much, but it's still like if you're not thinking about the inner workings behind the curtain, this is this very nice, happy, sweet moment that this family's having. And but once you start thinking about the inner workings behind the curtain, you're like, okay, well, this is the nicest point of this movie, storyline wise. It's going downhill in every way, which way and form from there. And I'm actually here for it. Because when it comes to storytelling, you either in the story happily or in the story unhappily. If you end the story like in a lukewarm way, that's not good either way. So he committed to an ending, and I like very much am here for committing to an ending that is unhappy, that is just devoid of life in every which way. That is frustrating. That leaves us pondering and wondering like what point does he get caught? At what point does he wind up losing his job? How long is this, moment of solace that he has having a job, being like the one person in the whole company at that level having a job? How long does that last for him? Um, and yeah, so I think like coming out of the film had an impression on me, got me thinking. I was already relating to this fool once he got like let go at the beginning and was trying to apply. I know so many people out there are in the very same situation where it feels like, bro, there's one job and 500,000 people are applying for this one opportunity. Um, yeah, so even though I don't agree with his decisions, it it definitely made for an entertaining film. Um, and it was like it didn't cross over the line too fast. I still was able to like rock with it. There were a couple points where I was like starting to step out, but I think yeah, pacing wise and how that like darkness kind of unraveled throughout the film was done particularly well. If it had been done, if he it went darker faster, I don't know, man. I don't typically walk out of movies. There's a small chance I may have walked out of it. And I'm also very glad compared to Old Boy, which I won't spoil. Oh man, it's somehow a happier film than that one. So it's like you've experienced the like super dark films within this, which it's a weird thing to say. This is not as dark. Like in some ways, that it's more dark. All that said, by the end of the film, like somehow the level of darkness was not as deep as that one. because I virtually sworn off watching Old Boy ever again, as good as it is.
It's tough.
Yeah, so it's lighter than Old Boy. That's a positive.
Yeah, like I don't feel the need to ever watch this movie again. I
Yeah,
feel like I
yeah,
got out of it when I needed to get out of it.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Um, man, yeah. So as far as scenes and cinematography, there was, let's see, what was it? There was like there were a couple like hand cam moments that were kind of interesting. Wasn't there a moment where like via hand cam we wind up like flipping upside down or right side up? Like there's like several moments in this film where like and he seems to do this in his movies. Try to do something creatively interesting within the cinematography, whether that's like placing the camera in the like position of an object or a person or something. I seem to remember a couple moments like that. A lot of things you wind up feeling earned. Um, like by the end of the film, when he turns on the lights, he doesn't need to turn on the lights, but he's doing his victory lap, turning on the lights, seeing all the machines doing everything. He winds up like knocking the paper, even though the machine is knocking the paper up above him, but he's still getting in like that which he was so desiring. Yeah, it winds up being satisfying to a degree as much as it is sad and tragic as well. And then the
like
like basic smash cut to like the very ending sequence with the machines like cutting down trees and stuff. Thought that was extremely well done
and
too.
filing down the logs and that kind of machine.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Okay, in the category of things that I guess I liked,
yeah,
as painful as it was, throughout the movie, they're giving their, I guess, autistic daughter, um,
yeah. I don't know why the summary didn't
cello.
say that, but it's fine. It's yeah,
It said antisocial.
yeah. I think yeah. They
She
they
seems,
should have been a little more specific with it. It's not just antisocial, but
yeah, she's
I
autistic.
digress. Yeah.
She's like high functioning autistic, but she has
Mm-hmm.
clear like autistic autism traits.
Mm-hmm.
You're informed through the movie, as they're talking to the cello instructors. You come to find out that she doesn't play at home with the family. She doesn't
Mm-hmm.
actually does like she might like kind of practice or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She'll watch videos where she's like practicing on her arm, like
Mm-hmm.
the chords on her arm while she's watching something.
Mm-hmm.
But none of her family has ever heard her like really really perform. But everyone's talking about what a like basically she's a virtuoso. And the one instructor was like, "She's beyond my ability to. I can't teach her anything more. She needs a more advanced teacher than me."
Which I was 50-50 on whether she was telling the truth and or just
They're
wanting to be done.
politely,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And so, yeah, you're not quite sure, but then at the end, you see, and she was drawing all these like, little pictures, like geometric designs. But that's the way that she writes notes, and that's the way that she understands how to play. So she had like all these, these little geometric, kind of. It looks like connects, but she just drew them on paper. These little geographic. They kind of look like human genome designs, or like, the kind of helix DNA design structures on the page, different colors and stuff. And she was doing that instead of eating dinner, and you're like, okay, she's just being autistic. And she was, but oh, that's actually how she understands the notes and stuff. So she plays beautifully at the end. And the wife, Meaty, she is she finally hears it, she finally opens the door, and she just kind of sits down, right? you know
Mm-hmm.
the 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 floor she was walking up is all muddy. um I was a little confused by all that because generally, like in Korean households, you take off your shoes, but they didn't. Whatever. But she's just kind of sitting there, and she's like, it's just like the realization of what her husband had done
Mm-hmm.
to get to that point, and basically like what they had to sacrifice so that she could enjoy this moment of finally hearing her daughter perform.
Mm-hmm.
Finally the dogs are back home. Finally, everything's back to normal. Biggest air quotes ever in normal. Even though
Mm-hmm.
nothing's normal, she has to live with the fact that her husband's lying to her, she's lying to her children,
Mhm.
and,
There's a
you
body
know,
buried in the
there's
yard.
there's a dead body, there's a corpse
I
underneath the apple tree. Is it apple tree, orange tree? Apple tree, I think.
think it was the apple tree, yeah.
And pray to God that nobody ever finds out, otherwise this whole thing comes, this whole house of cards comes crumbling
Mhm,
down.
mhm, mhm.
And it looks, I mean, by all accounts, they got away with it. There's
Yeah.
no there's no
It
one
it it it
suspecting any
seems to be
foul
the
play.
case. Very much seems to be the case because the police, they were warning him about
Yeah,
the first guy that he took out, like
yeah,
being knowing the second guy, and they were pretty much
yeah.
blaming the first guy for kidnapping or being the reason for the second guy's disappearance, telling him you better watch out if you see this guy. Yeah, so far the police are not suspecting him.
Right. So there's that. Um, as creepy as it was, the way that they the payoff for the bonsai binding,
Oh yeah.
the branch breaks, right? It's like, oh, he's not that good at it, but he uses that same skill, know-how
Hmm.
to like bind this dude's body origami style and tie him all up and then put him in a burlap sack and then bury him.
Hmm.
Um,
Which,
like the dogs go
yeah,
straight to it and they smell it right away.
they know something is up. Yeah,
Yeah, and the
I
dogs
I
were there.
was very surprised when the mom was digging up, the dirt. I was like 100% expecting to see this naked man's butt like sticking out of the ground.
Oh yeah, I mean they did have some close-ups in some areas. I
But
was like, oh
they didn't wind up doing that. Maybe it was a moment, a step too gross for them,
yeah,
but I was 100% expecting that to happen.
yeah, yeah. So like there's parts about the character, like there's parts about Walter White that I liked before he became Heisenberg. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like he's like he had this he knew what he was going to say to the American executives when they visited, right?
Mhm.
And he tried to say it, but then as soon as he got up to say it, oh, there's no other choice, and they just bolted. He's like, "What are you doing with that hard hat?" Like, and they just left. But like his coworkers, they saw that he tried, that he was, that he was committed to doing it. He didn't chicken out. So I like that part of it. See, what I thought was going to happen,
But they definitely did laugh at him for not actually getting to say the whole thing.
but I mean, kind of, but like they knew that like he tried, like again, he didn't
Hmm.
chicken out. That's the main thing.
Hmm.
See, what I thought was going to happen, and sometimes like movies are like you're not quite clear exactly what's going on. So when
Hmm.
he was researching or whatever, or he created like a fake company, right? And then
Yeah.
he put out an ad or something.
Hmm.
He sent letters to people to people and to see who his competition was going to be. It was kind of an elaborate scheme of a fake
Hmm.
company. So basically, he could find out who he needed to take out, who he needed to kill. And there's a point in retrospect, you're looking at he was like making a decision between two people. And it was like, and you don't realize it at the time, but it's like, oh, who, one of these people is gonna have to die in order for this plan to go through. And so like by switching up somebody, he didn't kill that person.
That's
And
true.
so
Yeah. Hmm.
now again, at the time in that point in the movie, it's not entirely clear what he's doing. And then it kind of becomes clear as things progress. And so is like, is he because is he trying to create like a new company and he's trying to find people that are also unemployed? I thought that
Hmm.
was maybe a possibility. And then maybe, things are gonna go bad in that.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was a consideration of how the story was going to go. But I
like
kept thinking, like, does he have? How does he have the funds for this? But anyways.
yeah, like is it gonna be like some Ponzi scheme? Is he gonna try to make some harebrained scheme happen?
Hmm.
You're not entirely clear.
Yeah, it felt like he was building the the paper Dunder Mifflin Avengers,
Yeah, the
for a
Michael
half
Scott Chip
second.
Company.
Hmm. Yeah, it's like he was about to build up a super team of everybody that was cast out.
Yeah,
Hmm.
which would have been an interesting movie, and
Yeah, yeah.
now and I guess you could have gone that could have gone in dark directions if depending on how you wrote it.
100%. Yeah. Hmm.
But okay, so then he does that to find out who his marks are, who the people that he has to kill, basically. And then he goes about trying to do that, and it's all very, very clumsy. And by all accounts, he shouldn't get away with it, but he does. Ultimately, he does. We see that at the end. He's like, he accomplished his goal, and it's just like it's horrifying. It's like, oh, oh, he killed 3 people so that he could get a job, and he wouldn't have to like downsize his lifestyle. Um, yeah, it's like that's rough.
It's a little way more than rough.
It's
It's
like
straight up
brutal.
evil. It's straight up evil.
Yeah,
Uh,
like so. There's a point at which I thought he was still possibly redeemable because technically he
yeah.
didn't kill the first person.
Hmm.
Wife did. Like he
Yep.
shot him.
Yep.
And the scene where like he turns up the music and he's like yelling through the lobby, that was kind of funny.
That
The
was,
way it was
yeah.
done.
Hmm.
And then there's like this big three-way fight for the gun. And she ends up, sh- the adulterous wife ends up cheating on she ends up shooting her husband. And she's the one who kills him. And then the
Well,
guy
yeah, yeah. He shot him by accident to begin with, and then
right on the
yeah,
arm.
she continues to shoot him. Which,
Yeah.
man, funny, yeah, funny line later in the movie. She's basically like, "You died to 2 shots" or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was a mess. It's kind of sad because like you get the idea that like she wanted to be in love with her husband, but he had just fallen apart after the layoff, and so she ended up cheating on him. Um,
Yeah,
because like she was so good.
we found out later on he had gotten more information on where it was headed with the whole AI automated situation, right?
I don't know, maybe.
That's what I thought the was alluded to at the end when the police were coming to find out talk to him, and then they
Oh
told us
yeah,
about the connection. Like he was laid off, but then he also got to know that there was like the direction it was heading.
right. Which ended up serving him well in that final job interview where he actually got the job, which is kind of like tragic irony in its own kind of way.
Yeah,
The only reason he got the
that wife,
information,
yeah, that actress was incredible. Um,
she's on a show called The Glory, which is
mhm,
a Korean drama. It's a revenge tale.
mhm.
That's another one where like the protagonist is like completely relatable, understandable story, but she's doing terrible things,
Okay,
albeit
yeah,
to terrible people. But it's like
yeah, yeah.
weird lines being drawn.
Hmm.
So
I mean, I
that
have to say
lady,
one of the things I liked in the film was she got her dramatic moment. She got her acting moment with
oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
police.
that's right,
She 100% sold that.
right. So yeah, she did a fantastic. That actress did a fantastic job. So yeah, I mean, there's elements of I like the meaty his wife's the main character's wife's performance. She
Hmm.
did a fantastic job. Her range was like really really good.
Hmm.
Um, she's a cutie pie. Yeah, that also helps. Um,
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. Uh huh.
no, but she's a great actress.
You're like, well, it wasn't missed on me how good that Pocahontas costume was.
Yeah, 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 yeah. She's actually a really good dancer too. Like just her footwork and stuff, which they
Hmm.
which they highlight. The camera goes straight down.
It's virtually a necessity when you're Korean. Yeah.
I guess so. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, like I like the fact that like there's a fair amount of bumbling and fumbling around, but at the same time, the guy's not a total like he's not a total dolt. He's not a total klutz. I mean, he's trying to commit murder, and like unless you're a psychopath, you shouldn't be good at committing murder. You know what I mean? So he was making lots of clumsy mistakes. Um, but yeah, and it's funny, like he was almost like taking advantage. Was did he go into the house while the wife was sleeping with the dude,
Mhm.
and then didn't that dude run off, and then he turned up the volume and stuff, or something like that?
So he first saw them. We first saw him, which gave him the path to take to avoid the cameras, and then, yeah, that time I
Oh
don't
no,
think
because he
I
was gonna
don't.
go pick up the guy at the airport, the fictional airport pickup, or meet him at the airport.
Yes, he was trying to stop him from going inside because that's when the wife and the cheater were there. Well, the person she was cheating with were there. Yeah, that's why he comes out all broken.
That's right.
hmm But you're
Okay,
wondering if
so
the main character was in the house at the same time as that guy.
no,
I
actually,
don't.
that doesn't really matter because
I don't
now
think
I
so.
remember the sequence of events.
hmm
And so, I mean, the fight, the three-way fight for the gun is kind of funny because they're all like, ah, that's actually pretty well choreographed as far as like non-fight scenes go. Um,
And,
yeah,
there. Yeah. So that definitely is a very comedic sequence the way it goes down. But there is enough like drama also at the same time, and I think it does highlight what you're saying that he's not this trained killer because he's like he pulls off the oven mitt and then like pulls off the two like saran wraps that he like wrapped his hand in the gun in. It's like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
what
yeah,
are you
yeah.
what are you doing here? Like, I thought you
I
had that
thought he was
on
gonna.
just
I thought he kept it on there to muffle the sound of the
exactly, yeah.
gun
Uh huh.
you know, but
hmm
that's not what he was doing.
And then, of
He was
course,
just
the wife had to come in with
making.
the same trophy that both of them won
Yeah,
for being man of the year in paper or whatever it was.
Pulp Man of the year.
Pulp man of the year. Yeah. hmm
Yeah. Now they could have gone in the direction of like American Psycho. You remember the scene in America? Have you seen American Psycho with Christian
I
Bale?
actually still need to.
Okay, so that's another dark comedy kind of satire. Um, there's a point in which these businessmen, they're all exchanging business cards,
Mhm.
and there's like huge emphasis on like, oh, look at the grain, the texture of this business with the fine, the kind of font, the kind of ink that's used for these little minute details that only like neurotic, OCD obsessed, you know vapid businessmen would be overly obsessed about. You know what I mean? Which is kind of the point, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so I thought they could have gone in that direction because I mean, they did mention like different types of paper in a few instances here and
Yeah.
there,
hmm
which was interesting.
hmm
I wonder if like maybe in the deleted scenes, there's more geeking out about like different types of paper and pulp and texture and
hmm
consistency.
hmm
I do like that they all said like paper is what gave you this life. Like
It's
you want me
true.
to not be a paper.
Yeah.
This is this is what I know. This is what I've done for 25 years. You know what I mean?
hmm hmm
So that was interesting. And you would think
hmm
after 25 years they'd have a bit of a retirement or some kind of severance or something. I mean, they had a severance pay that they talk about, but like 25 years, like I mean, that's pretty much almost retirement.
Yeah.
But
That
you
did
know,
cross my mind for a moment there as well. Yeah.
I don't know. So
I guess it wasn't good enough. Yeah, he needed. Yeah, we can cover that a little bit into the negative section. Remind me to get back to that. Yeah.
yeah. So otherwise, I mean, just the production design, like the house that they were in, at least from the outside, it felt pretty lived in.
hmm
It didn't feel like a house that they built for the movie, you know what I mean?
hmm
And so that was cool. Um,
Actually, that speech you
a
were
lot of
talking about, I thought it was nice how you could see the main character was like making a connection with this guy as he's talking with his wife. He's like trying to swoon his wife a little bit. I guess not fully. Like she's she's trying to have a moment. He's just completely in his like career paper world. But then he somehow is like kind of trying to romantically talk to her a little bit through that. But
wait, which scene?
so the scene where the main character was sneaking up on the two as they were like having a picnic out in their like backyard. Um, and so the scene where he winds up falling down and you know his foot is bit, his ankle's bit by the snake or whatever.
Yeah.
But like right before that, the first guy he tries to take out
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
winds up giving that speech about like the paper is everything. It's money. It's paid your
It's your
bills and
cigarette wrappers. Yes, it's your
yeah,
cigarettes, all this
yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
And I felt like the main character was feeling heard, like by his kin. Like he was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this man knows me, and he virtually tried to use the lines on his wife later on as well. So it's
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he's stealing his poetry over this stupid
Right,
paper stuff as well. Um,
right.
that was good.
Um, yeah, yeah, I thought the kids were okay as far as acting is concerned.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, and a mildly interesting subplot. They get caught stealing from the guy's family store or whatever. They diverge into bike paths, so one of them gets caught and the other one gets away. You know, but then the guy batting on him, and then she has to like basically proposition the guy, to sleep with him to like make it go away. But then the husband comes up and is like, no, we're not selling the house or whatever. So then she backs away. She takes her bra off in the bathroom and is presenting through the sweater, that whole thing. And so yeah, like everyone's taking like these desperate measures kind of sort of, to kind of to make it make it okay, you know what I mean? Um but yeah, I mean nobody takes more desperate measures than Mansu, the main character. And yeah, there's a point at which the movie I thought, okay, there's still hope for the main character. There's still hope for maybe he's not gonna go. When the guy pulls over to help him with his car,
Yeah, exactly.
he
Mhm.
has a gun, and then the guy tries to run away. And pop! He's like, all right, there's no turning back. This movie is going in
Yep,
this direction now.
100%. Yeah. Mhm.
I was like, and because like they showed that shell, the bullet shell, they went out of the way to
Mhm.
show that bullet shell. Like, oh, I almost had like a sense of relief. All right, he's not gonna get away with this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There's a piece of me like, I want his family to be okay, but I don't want him to get away with murder, right? But no, it's like he thought ahead of it enough. He just, he was able to kind of just work the system, or just to kind of like get through the interviews with the police, the detectives that were, investigating the crime. And he didn't really leave any evidence or anything like that. And so, yeah, at the end of the movie, I'm just like, I mean, technically, I liked all the technology he was surrounded by in the way they shot it. He's like moving out of the way. This thing's, it sees it, it's stopping, it's trying to move out of him so it doesn't hit him. And, he is kind of dancing, he's kind of happy, but it's like, it's so, I wouldn't even say bittersweet. It's just like, oh, I don't like this. This doesn't feel good. This is not a feel good ending at all. But I thought what one thing I will say that I liked is like just it's apropos like just the machine grabs the tree that was cut down and you know there's something about that that's like poetically, yeah, that's kind of what happens, like he's grinding it out, something about it visually just it kind of works, you know um but yeah, this is brutal. This movie is pretty brutal. It's beautifully brutal. Visually, it's beautiful. The cinematography is really good. Um, I don't know if this is a bad point, but in the beginning, there's like a big camera sweep where like it shows the trees and it goes down. But if you're watching it on a really big screen, it can be really like kind of jarring and like causes your eyes to blur a little bit because you're so. I mean, even though it's a big screen, it's like the opening scene is like very very bright. It's like like the sun is shining bright on the camera and these pans down. And sometimes when you're that close and the screen is that big, when it pans down, it's just very blurry. It's like it's kind of disorienting. So I guess maybe that's a bad thing, but
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess one more thing is like just in general, some of the camera work, like when he's on the rooftop and he's getting ready, and then like there's a point where like it does like this pan away to like behind the shoulder of the old lady.
Mhm.
It does some really clever like camera. There's some really clever camera work um, that I think really works well. And whoever made that like origami folded up person, he folded them up and tied them up in the wire. Whoever made that prop did a really really good job.
Oh yeah, yeah, it looked very believable. Hmm.
Yeah. So whoever's on the creature effects, whatever, Stan Winston, alumni, whatever, that guy did it. Who that guy or that girl, whoever did it, did a fantastic job. So yeah, those are kind of things I liked. How about you? Anything
Yeah,
different?
I think I've touched on most. Yeah, most. I mean, creative choices within the plot. Um, I think were worked out pretty well. Oh yeah. Well, while you were talking, there was one that I was reminded of. What was it? I guess it was in particular that potential, like you were saying, that there's redemption for the character. That if he doesn't cross this line, like it feels like the line is almost been crossed, but then you kind of rationalize as an audience member, like, well, you know what? Maybe it's not fully been crossed because he wasn't the one to. He didn't mean to shoot that guy, and his wife is the one that shot him and buried him. Um, Maybe it's not been crossed. He got the gun. Well, he went back to get the gun. He doesn't have to use the gun. Yeah. So there might have been something else. If I remember it, I'll bring it up later. But we can jump
Okay.
into some of the negatives. And I guess I'll
Okay.
start. I'll start first on this one. You really do have to suspend disbelief in a number of the directions that the story does wind up going. Um, as I said from the beginning, they almost make it too obvious that we're having an amazing, happy moment here with my family. Nothing is better. Everything is perfect. All is good. My
What could
wife, my
possibly go
children.
wrong?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's like
Yeah.
super, super duper obvious. Um, so and along the way, there are some potentially like hand-fisted feeling decisions. Um, okay, like for instance, I don't even fully agree or understand why this man had to try and murder people, because I see where they wanted us to believe like, okay, he imagined, who are my competition? Let me, as an expert within this field, analyze me and everybody else that have applied to this pretend job and see who my true competitors are so I can eliminate them. Uh, One, like the movie hinges a lot on the way it goes with him getting the job. It hinges a lot on him like actually having the ability to correctly analyze and figure out who his like exact top two, top three competitors are. Maybe the film is trying to say, well, the industry's not that giant. He's able to figure it out, but it is convenient. It is a convenience within the story. It's a plot contrivance that he was just absolutely perfect at figuring that out. Which it's fine on the one hand, but I didn't necessarily get at the beginning of the movie that he was like an ace of his field. Like I got that he was a man that had worked this job for a long time and had maybe grinded to get to this level, but I didn't fully see him as, oh, he's like the absolute top, hiring manager kind of level
Right.
person. So it's fine within the story, and I was able to let it go. But like, if we're honest about it, that was too convenient. That plan should have gone to shambles. Um, he should have like shown up at an interview, and there were like five other guys more qualified than him, and then he should have just not gotten the job at the end. To be more realistic, but the story wants certain things to happen, which I'm fine with because, like I said, it seemed like the director and the writers want to tell a specific story, like they have the ending in mind where this man has done absolutely evil things to get a role that means more to him than his family virtually does.
Right.
Um, so,
Right, right. So this movie is based on a book called The Axeman.
hmm,
So I guess it's following whatever that book was going to
yeah,
some degree.
potentially, yeah, I saw that it was. Which I've never read the book, so I can't say anything to it. But
Faithful, taking an American story or a European story and making it a Korean story. Um, you know, kind of like Howl's Moving Castle. No, no, no. My second least favorite.
this is way yeah. I need to rewatch Howl's Moving Castle. I know people don't like it, but I've heard some people do like it.
So people
Um,
love. Okay, so there's two camps for Howl's Moving Castle. You either love it or you hate it.
yeah, yeah.
Um, one of them's wrong,
Oh
and and
yes,
you
exactly.
and the other people hate it, So like
Mm-hmm.
that's just kind of how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that was based on a European woman, British woman, Irish woman's book or whatever. So hang on,
Yeah, is
because I had
live
it
chat
pulled up.
happening? Or am I missing? No, I don't think so. It's dead quiet in the chat. That's okay. Y'all showed up last week. You can take a week off if you want.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah. So you want me to wait for a second or keep going?
Yeah. It's a 2000. Oh, it was actually a black comedy drama thriller, The Axe. The U.S. title Axe. It was a French movie. Uh, um, yeah. I was based on a 1997 novel, The Axe by Donald E. Westlake. Uh, um, it's a horror novel by American fiction. Donald E. Eastlake follows Burke DeVore on his violent hunt for a new job. Okay. Oh, so on the cover of the book, it says a novel of excruciating brilliance. The axe will gut your soul. It is engrossing and relentless, and all too plausible. Um, yeah, middle-aged manager at a paper company laid off due to drastic cost-cutting measures after unsuccessfully pursuing a job for 18 months. DeVore begins to hunt down 7 men in his local area who could take the job that rightfully should be his.
So it's a
Okay,
bigger
so
number in the book.
yeah,
Yeah, 7 would definitely have been too many for us to watch through, unless they did a montage, which you know may
all
or
right,
not
so
be
yeah,
effective. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, in a country like Korea as well, that could be even more plausible. That if he takes out 7 people, then he maybe has taken out virtually all of his competition. But anyways, yeah. So there's some contrivances that honestly may make or break your enjoyment of the film. Like certain things have to happen for the story to progress. The first guy is gonna catch his wife cheating on him. You know it's gonna break him. You virtually know that when the wife walks in on him, that the main character's not just gonna get knocked out and killed or something like that. Um, you have a feeling that he's gonna be able to attempt to murder all 3 of the guys. So
right.
there's a certain level of uh, seeing it coming that the film does have. He has plot armor. Let's be honest, in a number of ways. There are a number of things that the police should catch on. Like at the very least, there's all these guys were approached by this strange paper company that does not seem to exist. That seems to be routed to I don't know a PO box that Mansu has control over or something. Um,
Yeah, I thought they were gonna try to call the number and the phone was gonna ring inside their house,
mm,
and that's how they're gonna catch him or be very suspicious of him.
hmm
And then the wife was gonna
yeah.
cover for him. Oh, it's my phone, hello. And she like
Hmm.
takes the phone and puts it in the bedroom or something like that. Or like the gun that he was using, like in the model, like she was gonna take that and flip it around or something so the police wouldn't see it when they walked in. I was expecting stuff like that
Yeah,
because she was sitting
exactly.
in the back.
Hmm. The fact that she
So
went and found it and picked it up and like was able to figure out that it wasn't real.
yeah,
A little bit of a stretch in a way. But yeah, it's
yeah,
fine. It's fine. She needed to find out. Like some of these things actually like needed to happen. So I could see viewers having a certain plot contrivance of the film be like what breaks the camel's back for them. Um, so that's why I had to keep on reminding myself like this is dark comedy. Let me approach this as a dark comedy because if I'm approaching it as a drama, it feels like there's too many things that are just way too goofy that he gets away with.
yeah.
Yeah.
My issue with dark comedies, at least this one,
Mhm.
it's like I almost feel like it doesn't actually have to stick the landing of being funny because of how dark it is. So if it's not,
That
if you say it's not
happens.
funny, oh well, it's a dark comedy. It's dark. It's like, yeah, but that doesn't make it funny, and that doesn't make up for the fact that it's not funny. In this case, like there are some genuinely like humorous moments. I wouldn't say ha ha funny. There's a couple moments that are like humorous, kind of chuckle, but I don't know. It's like ah, he yanks out his tooth when he's with the guy. Oh, and you almost forgot that. Like that might be funny in another context, but I was just like, ah, this is rough.
Yeah.
It wasn't particularly
It could have been a lot
funny.
worse. I mean, I was
His
very
tooth was very
surprised. Yeah.
yeah.
I was very surprised with that scene in particular that it didn't get worse because I'm like I know this this director could lean way more into grossness or
Yeah.
disgustingness, and I'm like, wow,
I thought he was gonna puke or
held back.
something. I was almost anticipating,
Yeah.
and then that guy was gonna start a fight with him, and that's why he ended up having to kill him, kind of thing.
hmm or the
No,
other
but like, he
guy
just
gets all inspired and he like tears out one of his teeth or something like that in the
yeah,
response or
something like
something, you
that.
know? Yeah. Um yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was weird that he was already burying him. You know what I mean? But then like he ended up like having to like take him out, cover the hole. Now the thing is
That
like
just
in
that honestly didn't work for me because we saw him struggling like digging a hole earlier for one of the bodies.
right,
He like
but my
passed
thing is
out. Yeah.
like
Hmm.
any rookie novice detective police
Mm-hmm.
person that's worth their salt in
Yeah.
that's in any way competent, they're gonna walk around like they'll do a perimeter sweep, just make sure anything's weird. If somebody shows up dead, and they're gonna somebody's gonna notice all this like loose soil, and like, all right, something about this is weird. Something about this doesn't add up. Like
Yeah,
I don't
he all
know.
of a sudden became a pro at repacking the ground. He like sprinkles a few
Yeah,
leaves onto the
leaves
space.
on it.
It's like wow, it
I don't
looks
know.
perfect. It looks immaculate. There's jumps in his ability. Like he's both incompetent and the most competent ever at the same time,
Right.
which yeah can be a little frustrating. Um,
Right, at first I thought, oh, he's like, all right, well, maybe this guy will get him a job and he can stop killing or something like that. It doesn't make up for the two deaths that he either caused or killed himself, the guy that he killed. And the other thing is that makes this movie even more gruesome and more difficult. It would be one thing if he was like knocking off like people that screwed him over, corrupt business guys or cheaters or scoundrels, thieves. One of the guys was sleeping with his wife, or, something like that.
yeah,
That makes him in any way a sympathetic character. The guys that he killed were just as broken. They were basically the same as him. Different situations, but essentially same life stage as him, just going through it in their own ways. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Especially the guy that was working at the shoe store. Like he was like a decent guy by all accounts. And the only reason why he lost his life is because he tried to help this guy because he was being such a stand-up dude. He even waited for the guy.
yeah.
Like it's like now I really don't feel sorry for this guy because he killed like an innocent man. And you saw him give money to his daughter. I'm like, yo, this man's a father. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably the biggest like negative. Like I said, hating this movie because I hate the main characters so much. Um, this man his wife is so locked into being there with him. He literally just needs to go to the dance and dance with her. Be okay with giving up this house to go to a smaller house, continue living with his family. Like she's figured out everything that needs to happen for them to continue on their life.
Yeah.
She's been willing to go along with him being a murderer, which causes me to not like her on some level as well. Um, Genobi, what is up? Hey, saying I was happy his wife was a real
A real
one
one.
after all.
After all. What's up,
I
Genobi?
both love it. Yeah, what is up? What is up? Welcome in. I both love it and am like depressed that he put her in that situation and she just didn't walk away from him. Um, so which is good, which is like this is why I say it's cinema. You know, it's like you feel good, you feel bad at the same time. You know, I always want to feel that. Sometimes I think it works. I think it works in this case. I can say that I walked out of this movie and was like, I hope both of those people get caught and wind up getting thrown to the jammer, the slammer. But the director, the people that are writing the story and telling the story are very much saying like the main character and the characters around are claiming no other choice, but it's a lie. And so that's why I think the movie is effective because him and all the characters around him buy into this belief that there's nothing else. There is no other
Doing
choice when it's a lie.
this tapping. They're just like in the beginning, they're like doing like this tapping exercise. You know,
That was a weird one. I get it, but it was a weird one at the same time. I'm like, is that supposed to be like the moment the character gets like somehow brainwashed and like breaks into allowing himself to be this evil man to do evil to achieve what he wants? I don't know.
yeah,
It
it's not clear.
it's not clear. I thought we were
It's
gonna
like
come back to it,
part
and
of
there
their
was like, yeah,
yeah. So part of their severance was like that exit therapy or whatever,
mm-hmm,
and trying to prep them for life
mm-hmm,
after this job.
mm-hmm,
Um,
yeah. I was
Now the
half
weird thing
expecting.
is,
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just like, even if it was like a corporate takeover, like why would you fire all the people that made it work in the first place? I don't know. I mean, things like that do happen. So like, it's not unrealistic. People get let go. If they're merging two companies, you only need one project manager or whatever. But yeah, that was it was like a weird little like detail in the movie. It wasn't good or bad, but it's just like okay. But
Merrick, welcome
yeah.
back. What is up?
Yo, what's up, Mary? Good to see you, buddy.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good to see you. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. Hang on. Mary, let's go.
Yeah. All right.
Kenobi. Kenobi.
What
Let's
is up?
go.
What is up, guys?
Golf clap for you guys. Thank you. All right. So
Merrick,
yeah,
we
I
will
mean,
say, wait, maybe like 6 to 10 years before you watch this film. Wait a little
yeah,
bit. Wait a little bit.
yeah. This movie is not for the faint of heart. This is not a fun ride
I think this
of
is rated R
kookiness
also,
adventures.
so that already
Yeah, it's
tells
rated
you.
R.
Yeah.
Um, it's not a it's not fun. And it may be clever in some ways, but I think my biggest negative of this movie is just like it just left me like really like oh bad taste in my mouth. And I guess that was the point of it, but yeah, it's still hard on the viewer. Like there really is something to be said for, catharsis and kind of give the audience what they want. And I understand that there's times to not do that, and that's fine. Um, I guess. But I just came way out of this movie. I was like, oh, I'm just depressed. I'm not happy for him at all. And I just feel horrible for the family. And this is just broken all over. One of the telltale signs that you knew it was broken is that the wife had a haircut at the end of the movie. That haircut tells you everything. when uh, people in general, women in particular, have
Yeah,
some kind of traumatic episode or event, one of the first things that gets changed is their hairstyle. It's just a thing.
that's
It's a
true.
telltale sign that
Yeah.
something either traumatic or dramatic or drastic has happened in their life.
Mhm.
Haircut, you know?
Keep a
So,
watch. Once this hair disappears, you'll know something went down.
yeah, for sure. So, like, I think that's an effective storytelling device. Like, I think I'll put that in the plus category.
Totally.
And the way she acted, like, she's like, you could just tell how broken she was, and just having to, like, sit with that. And God only knows, oh, at
Yeah.
the end, where, like, he finishes and he goes to hug her, and you have 60 seconds, and then, he
She's
tries to walk
counting
away, he
down.
holds her.
Ooh.
He what?
And she's counting down.
Yeah. Yeah, there's kind of a point of no return, and she had already it's clear that she had reached that point.
Yep.
And so,
She might be there with him, but they are not
yeah,
together
I mean, if she's
anymore.
not gonna if she's not going to report her husband and have him arrested and taken away for the rest of his life and have the house foreclosed on, like, if she's not prepared to do all of that stuff, then she just has to live with the misery of what she knows, and that's just gonna eat away at your soul.
Yep. Yeah,
Not even
sure is.
slowly. If you like a sequel of this movie 5 years out, she is a hollow husk of a human being at the end of that point.
Yeah.
And she's probably cheating on him, and she's probably doing all kinds of things just to cope. Probably has the alcohol habit. Now she has the alcohol habit, you know what I mean? Uh, Now she's mistreating the kids. That would
Yes.
actually be really I wouldn't wanna watch that movie, but it would be an
No, no,
interesting
no, no, no.
human
No,
character
no.
study.
There's definitely no
I
need for a
couldn't
sequel
sit
to
through that
this film.
movie.
Uh-uh.
I could not sit through that movie, to be clear, but, like, that would be a realistic playing out of, like, hurt
Yeah,
people, brokenness begets more brokenness, that kind
yeah,
of thing.
yeah. So you brought this up earlier. Another negative. It's only, it's not even fully negative. It's just like I don't know if that's how it goes. Yeah, this man having worked for the company for 25 years seems like he should have a retirement, if not have the ability to retire in just like a year or two or something like that.
Yeah.
It does it doesn't, like, there are no signs that point to this family is gonna like absolutely lose everything, and the mom and the wife had to come up with this dramatic plan to like cut everything, including Netflix. Um,
Da-dum.
yeah, which everyone laughed at that sound effect.
Yeah.
Uh, that said, it's fine storyline wise. Like, it needs to happen in the story. Like, you can also believe at the same time, and that's part of what's being told. People, they don't. It's not like the 1980s, 70s, or whatever before, where people are able to retire after 25 years and they're just completely set and they're able to live happy lives and keep the home that they live in. It's definitely not that day and age anymore. So while at the same time it feels like everything crashes down like really really fast, it can be believable. I was able to believe it at the same time. Um, but yeah, there was unfortunately no mention even at all, right, about his like ability to retire, and like, unless that's what the wife said, like, we could live off of what we get, if you don't work again, if we
Well, she
sell
was
this
like,
house.
if we don't sell the house, they're just gonna foreclose it and we're gonna lose it anyway. So we might as well sell it and then, downsize,
Mm-hmm.
which is totally sensible.
Yeah.
The only other negative for me that I would point out, um, that kind of bothered me is
You have to be creative with
is
how you tell this. You might need a minute.
yeah,
That's fine.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When one character meets their untimely demise on the side of the road,
Yeah.
and the main character brings this person into the greenhouse where all the
Mm-hmm.
bonsai plants are, and then the son sees, the tarps are going up, but the son's still able to see that that is in fact
Sure. Yeah.
a human
Yeah. We get a
limb,
little bit of a shot of that. Yeah,
right?
from his
So
POV.
so what so like he I you I mean you saw that as the audience, and The son clearly saw that, which led to its nightmares. So then when the mom says, "Oh, that was just a pig," I'm like, that doesn't quite work for me because he saw it.
Yeah.
He saw it more than the mom saw it. She's like, "Oh
Yeah.
no," she discovered what it was and then decided to lie to him
Yeah.
so that,
I think he
but
saw more than we even do,
yeah,
technically. But yeah,
like
I
there's
think
no
they're
way
playing
you'd be able
off
to
of the
convince
whole. It's true. It's true. But I think they're playing off of
there's
the
no way
whole.
you'd be able to convince a kid that old that they didn't see what they saw.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. He maybe the storyline point is just the whole family is willing to believe what's necessary for them to continue forward, which that's maybe a step too far with the kids. I mean, I didn't, honestly didn't even need the kids selling iPhones part. I felt like that
Yeah,
was only there to like put pressure on the father when the police show up for them. But
right.
uh
So
yeah.
that was kind of weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I feel about this movie. I don't really have much more to say beyond that.
I know,
It's a
right?
tough watch. It
Yeah.
starts off kind of campy, a little bit funny,
Hmm.
and then it just really takes a turn about halfway into the movie, especially by the last third of the movie. You're just like, "Oh, this is gruesome."
Yeah. You know what? You're right. You're right about what you're saying about dark comedies. I I don't actually watch too many of them. I've only probably seen like a small handful of them, and I can't even remember the last one I saw. I think it was maybe like 15 years ago or something. Um, yeah, I couldn't tell you what it was called, but I could maybe think of it. Anyways, I won't go into the details about it. I like I said, I had to keep telling myself that this is a dark comedy, but at the same time, it could be a lot. This could be potentially the biggest critique of the film. It could be a lot clearer, a lot funnier, a lot clearer within the dark comedy category, and more successful as a comedy to like solidify itself in there. Because this feels more like drama with a bit like a dark comedy element. So it's not doing either complete service as much as it should.
Right.
Um, so yeah. So that was no other choice. That said,
Yeah.
talking about comedies, we're gonna head back into the past for a half moment next week. It sounds like, and cover a film that came out. I think what December 19th or something like that.
Which movie?
The film is about a stand-up comedy. Will
Is this
Arnett.
thing on?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Oh yeah, is this thing on?
Uh,
Gosh, dang it! Yep,
uh
y'all done got me. Yep, yep. It's been a long weekend, guys. It's been a long
yeah.
weekend. A little tired. Slipping.
That movie already came out.
I believe it came out like a few weeks ago, like 3 or 4
Did it
weeks ago.
really?
I think so.
Okay. I
Maybe.
thought it was a January movie.
You thought so? Are you still
Yeah, I
committed
could be
to
wrong.
do it? You still want to do it? I mean,
Yeah.
AMC is saying release December 19th.
Okay. Then
Oh
yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah.
Oh shoot, the amount of screenings is actually dwindling. Let me see. Okay, there's sold out. Hmm.
Oh wow. Let me see on my end.
Okay, I still would be able to watch it.
Up, hang on.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're checking the AMC app to see when this film is. No show times remaining today. Let's see. When will I go see this? Maybe Saturday, the 17th. Oh, they got one. There's a couple. I got a couple showings. I could
Yeah,
go
it's still
pick.
watchable.
Yeah.
Dang, we got some we got some darker movies in a row here. Um, we'll maybe we'll maybe try to figure out a lighter movie at some point here in January. But man, like we said, some rough stuff out here in January. But yeah, we're gonna check out Is This Thing On? Maybe. Oh man, Marty Supreme's rated R also. Okay, I'd believe it. Even an anime
Yeah, I'm
movie.
curious. I'm slightly curious to see that movie. And then we also have 100 Meters, which is the anime film that we tried to watch, but there were no showings. But now it's on Netflix, so now we can watch it.
Even that anime movie I was telling you about, rated R as well. Yeah, we gotta find some.
Which one?
All you need.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
All you need is she. You
Love.
know, yeah, love. There you go. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Like we said, January is a rough month, and it
We'll
seems
figure
like
it out.
the only things that are being put out are darker stuff. So as of right now, we'll be watching Is This Thing On for next Monday, and I think the Monday afterwards we may be covering the Silent Hill 2 adaptation, Return to Silent Hill. Don't hold us to that, but we are tentatively gonna be watching those. I mean, but eventually we'll get to some really fun movies. Like I think what in a couple months or in a month or so, the new animated film from Sony is coming out. Goat, greatest of all time. Yeah, it looks
That's
like
an
that.
anime.
February 13th. Yeah, so it looks like mid February, probably covering
Oh,
Goat.
what about Scarlet? Scarlet comes out.
That one was
Does
I
that come
think
out in February as well?
early February.
Okay, because I do want to see that, so we can close out that review because you did your own solo review of that.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah, it
would
looks
like
like
to close that
Friday,
out.
February 6th, you'll be able to watch that. Which that one's PG-13, but so that we'll be able to
Right.
watch PG-13, but then PG Goat we'll be able to cover I think like a week after that. But
Okay.
that's a little while down the line. So just letting you know, especially for you, Merrick, if you get a chance to mid-February watch Goat, the movie with the goat that's playing basketball by Sony Pictures, that'll definitely be a movie in your wheelhouse. We'll watch that and cover it. And if you want, we did cover Zootopia a few weeks back. If you want to go check that out,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, buddy. We appreciate you watching. We'll try to find things that are age appropriate for you. We'll see what we can do. We can't make any promises, but we'll do the best we can.
hmm that said, yeah, we're always happy when you make it by. If you do make it by for the next couple movies, yeah, we'll make sure things don't get too dark.
We'll try to
Um,
keep it entertaining, even if it's a movie that you're not old enough to watch.
mhm,
We'll do the best
yeah,
we can, and we'll try our best. Or feel free to bring your parents; they can watch it with you. They can watch it on their iPhone, on their computer. We're trying to get those views up, so you guys can watch it in the same room, but just on separate devices. You understand what I'm saying? So just something to think about. Talk to your parents about. Um, yeah, we appreciate you though, buddy. Thank you so much. And
yeah,
Shinobi, we appreciate you too. Thank you so much.
we do always do, Shinobi.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're gonna figure out what our schedule is, what movies we want to cover, and we'll let you know. There's actually a fair amount of weeks in the month of January,
Yeah,
so there's some wiggle room.
yeah. Although we did get some feedback from one of our followers that the schedule that we put out one time of like 4 weeks in advance was pretty good. So yeah, we'll talk a little shop and see if we can get that put together again so that
Yeah, I was
y'all
thinking
have a
about that
better
too. I kind of like
idea.
that.
Yeah,
It gives people something they can kind of anticipate and look forward to. So
exactly. Yeah.
um,
hmm
yeah. All right. All right. Well, until then, uh, this has been our review of No Other Choice. We have been the Super Cinema Bros. Thank you for joining us. Please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you can be notified for all of our latest live stream movie reviews. I have been Austin.
I have been Josiah.
And yeah, we will catch you guys in the next live stream movie review. Until then, God bless you. May the Lord bless and keep you. May his light shine upon you. Have a wonderful week, and we will catch you in the next one.
All right. Catch y'all on the flippity flip.